Hey guys, welcome back to Mixed. My name is Sam, and today I am finally showing you guys a video on how to cornrow hair for beginners. I'm not claiming to be the best braider. I am self-taught. I learned how to braid in middle school by practicing and practicing and practicing on my sister. So, of course, there are better braiders out there than me, but there are also moms and dads out there who want to learn how to braid their daughter or even their son's hair. And I'm hoping that this video helps you guys achieve that. So again, please don't beat me up. I promise you, I know that I'm not the best braider, but I really hope this video can help. Now, let's get into how to cornrow hair. So the first thing I want to do is talk about different kinds of braids. The braid that most of you learned how to do either as a child or when you learn how to braid is called an overhanded braid, where you braid with the hair going over into the middle. And when you do this in a cornrow or in a French braid, it ends up looking like the braid is tucked in to the hair. And this is a pretty common way to braid. For like a French braid, you might see someone with one French braid or two French braids, and it's a pretty popular style. But if you are trying to cornrow, you want to braid underhanded. So we're going to get into how to braid underhanded so that you can actually see the braid on top. So as with the previous braid, you're going to separate the hair into 3 sections. But instead of bringing the hair over the middle piece into the middle, what you're going to do is bring each side piece under the middle piece to now make that the new middle. This is underhanded braiding. So when you go to make your cornrow, you're going to do the same thing, but as you bring that piece under, you will add some hair to it, and that will create the cornrow effect where it's a braid but it stays on the scalp. So as you can see here, I am taking a tiny section of hair from the top and I'm separating it into 3. Now, one of the most important things with cornrowing is hand placement. So as you can see, I've got my index finger and thumb of my right hand holding that middle piece of hair, and then my last 3 fingers on my right hand holding the right side of hair. And on my left hand, I've got the last 3 fingers holding that left piece of hair, and then I've got my index finger and my thumb free on my left hand. So there will always be one hand that's free, and that's the one you're gonna reach under and grip the new piece of hair with. So now I've reached under the middle piece and grabbed the right piece of hair, switching hands, and now I'm switching back. I'm reaching under that middle piece and grabbing the left piece of hair and bringing that to the middle. And this is where I'm going to start adding hair. I'm going to reach under that middle piece of hair, right here, reaching under that middle piece and grabbing the right piece. But with that right piece, I'm gonna grab some more hair. I'm grabbing a little bit of extra hair and I'm adding it to the right piece as I bring it to the middle. And as I bring it to the middle piece becomes my new right piece, and I hold on to it with my ring and pinky fingers. Now I'm going to use my index finger and my thumb of my right hand, and I'm going to reach under to grab that left piece. But as I reach under, I'm going to kind of part the hair that I've added to make sure that it looks neat. Reach under and grab that left piece while also adding some more hair. You see, I'm pinching a tiny bit of hair and bringing it to the middle. And now that middle piece is becoming my new left piece. So I'm going to pull it to the left and hold it with my ring and pinky finger on my left hand. Again, taking my index finger and kind of parting underneath to make it look neat, that hair that I've added, and reaching underneath that hair that I've added and the middle hair and pinching the right piece and grabbing a little bit more hair and I'm going to continue repeating this. So I kind of part that new hair that I've added with my index finger, reach underneath that new hair and the middle piece, and grab the other left piece while pinching some more hair and bringing the new hair and that left piece to the middle. And then I just continue this cycle all the way down the cornrow. And you see it's actually starting to look like a braid now, like a cornrow, and you can see it on top. And then you can see what I mean by parting. As you look, you see how it almost looks like there's the nice little neat part, and each one is about the same size of the hair that I've added. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but it looks really nice when you're all finished. When the parts are about the same, the hair ends up looking nice and neat. And it is important to also keep some tension on the hair so that it doesn't loosen up, but that will come with practice. So the first time you're doing this is not going to look perfect, but as you practice, you will get used to holding the hair tight while you're braiding, but not too tight because you don't want to be hurting the person whose hair you're braiding, and you also don't want to have too much tension on the scalp. So I am literally just repeating the same thing over and over and just bringing the side piece to the middle. As I bring the side piece to the middle, I add hair and then repeat. And it's interesting, I've seen lots of videos where people add the hair in the middle or add the hair slightly different, and you kind of just have to figure out exactly what works for you. I didn't have YouTube when I was learning how to braid. I just practiced on my sister, and this is what worked for us, and it still does, so it's comfortable for me. But if another way works better for you, that's fine too. There are many different ways to braid. When you get to the end, you just stop adding hair, and then you just continue that underhanded braid like I showed you before. I'm going to show you another braid, this time on the front of her hair, and sometimes it helps to add some edge control to the hair to get it laying in the way that you want it to go before you start braiding. That will help make it look neat even without gripping it too tight. So I'm just adding the edge control, and then I'll smooth it down and show you how I do this braid. Again, this is not meant to be a perfect braid. I'm not even gonna leave this style in. This is just to show you how to braid. So you take a small section at the top of the braid. Again, it does not have to be a perfect part. It's actually better if it's not. And then you're gonna separate that section into 3 tinier sections. And then you're going to hold them in your 2 hands. So one hand is going to have 2 sections and the other hand will have 1. So the hand that is only holding 1 section of hair, that's gonna be your free hand, and you will always have your index finger and your thumb free with that hand to reach under and grab the other section of hair and bring it to the middle. So you see I'm about to reach under that middle section of hair and grab the right piece and bring it to the middle. And the first time you don't add any hair, you do like 1 round without adding hair before adding hair. So now I'm gonna reach over again, bring that left piece to the middle, and then I am going to have my hands placed just like before, but now when I reach under to pinch that right piece, I'm going to pinch a little bit of extra hair with it. You see I've pinched a little bit of extra hair with it, but to make it look neat, like you could just do it like that and then it wouldn't look super neat, but to make it look neat, I'm going to use my index finger and part that section and go under that middle piece of hair and that new hair and pinch some more hair on the left side along with that left piece. So now I'm bringing that left piece to the middle along with some more hair, holding the old middle piece in my left hand, and now I'm going to use my index finger, go underneath that new middle piece with the hair, and then pinch some more hair with my right piece, bringing that right piece to the middle as I pinch the hair. See, I'm going under, I'm going to grab the left piece, pinch some hair, and bring it to the middle. I'm gonna keep walking you through this even though it's kind of awkward. Now you see I'm going to part it with my index finger. So there's the hair that I've added. I've got it pinched in between my right thumb and index finger. I'm using my free left index finger to part that hair, go underneath that middle piece with the new section of hair, and now I'm bringing my thumb to grab that right section and pinch some more hair with it. Bringing the old middle section now goes to the right section goes to the middle along with some new hair. Now I'm using my index finger to kind of create a little part, go under that new piece of hair plus the middle, grab the left section with some more hair, bring that to the middle, and take the middle piece, holding that to the left. So it's like I switch my middle piece and my side piece each time, but as I switch it, I add some hair along with the hair I'm bringing to the middle. So as you can see, adding the hair as you go down the braid is not actually that hard. The hard part of making a cornrow look nice is just keeping the hair neat and holding it in both of your hands. So you want to make sure you're using your fingers properly, and the hair on the sides is each going to be held in your ring and pinky fingers, and then you're using your index and thumb finger of your free hand always to grab the new piece of hair and switch it back and forth as you go down the braid. So I cannot stress enough how much practice helps. Your braids are gonna look horrible at first. I do not recommend practicing on a child unless you have the most patient child in the world. And I do not recommend pulling their hair too tight, because again, a braid that is too tight is not healthy for their scalp and will cause them to have bald spots, and that is not good for them. It's not good for hair growth. So you want to make sure that although you want it to look neat, you're not pulling too tight, you're not hurting them. I find that cornrows are one of the best ways to protective style my girls' hair. It lasts and it looks nice and it's easy, and it really helps their hair stay healthy and grow. So please practice this, because it will be a lifesaver for you, and also you'll be able to do so many styles in your children's hair once you learn how to cornrow. Not to mention, for my grown-ups out there, you can also do crochet styles once you've learned how to cornrow, and crochet styles can be super cute and so good for your hair. And I'm going to show you some styles that I've done on the girls' hair that last and keep their hair healthy and look really cute at the same time. So I really hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I will try to explain things further if I haven't explained it well enough. Also, I've had some moms contact me on Instagram if you want to kind of get further into things. My Instagram, I will link it down below. You can either hit me up on Lillian and Zora's Instagram or my own. So I really hope this video helped you, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if it was helpful, and we have more content coming for you soon. Thanks for watching.